back to Lolo Creates. Today I have a back to school tutorial for you. My school starts in a couple of weeks, and I asked you guys what you wanted to see on my channel on Instagram, and someone said they wanted to see back to school tutorials. So this is what I came up with for one of them. This is a note card holder. It has accordion sections for you to hold all your note cards. This was a prototype that I made a really long time ago. Not a really long time ago. At the end of last year, because I needed one to hold my note cards for finals. So yeah. And I just put a piece of tape here to secure it, but you can use Velcro. And ours, I don't think I'm going to put this extra little flap here because it's kind of pointless. But it will be able to expand pretty far depending on how many little slots you want to put in it. So, I mean, there's like that much room, and plus more from this long flap. So let's just get started. So first you will need an X-Acto knife. You could use scissors, but it's a lot easier to use an X-Acto knife and then a cutting mat if you're using an X-Acto knife. And I use a ruler, but you don't have to. 1 to 2 rolls of duct tape. I'm using teal and the new paisley pattern, neon paisley or whatever you call it. And to cover the sticky at the bottom, I'm using clear tape. You can also use duct tape for this step, but to me, I think it would be too thick. And then Velcro if you want it. So let's just get started. Now what I've done here is I have made dividers. So I wanted 4 sections, so I have 4 dividers here. And I cut out 2 pieces of 5.5 inch duct tape for the front of it, so I used my front color, which could be the same color throughout. And I stacked them up to be 3 inches tall. And then I flipped it over, and then I used my back color, which could also be your front color, to be 5.5 inches long and 3 inches tall. So I made a little duct tape sheet. It's okay that there's sticky hanging over the edges. All we're gonna do is trim that off. Like that. And if it doesn't come off, you didn't press hard enough, or your blade might be too dull. I think mine's pretty dull, but you just go over it. And then I'm gonna cut off this and make as many dividers as you want. So I have 4, because I'm gonna have 4 sections. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna trim our dividers. I did these 2, and now I'm gonna show you how to do these 2. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna cut out a strip of 5.5 inch tape for 2 of your dividers, and you're gonna cut it, and then you're gonna take your ruler, or you can even do this without a ruler, but you're gonna wanna cut it straight in half, and so you have 2 strips. And now you're gonna take one of your little pieces that you cut, and you're gonna line your little divider up to the 1/4 inch line, and you're gonna stick it on just like that. So once you have that, you're gonna wanna flip it over, and then you just trimmed your divider. So I'm going to show you one more time just so you can see better. You're going to line your divider up to the 1/4 inch line and trim it just like you do a card pocket. Trim it to the 1/4 inch line, smooth it out, flip it over. Oops, how'd that get in there? Flip it over and fold it over, and there you have a nice trimmed divider. So now all my dividers are trimmed. What I've done here is I finished making all of the little expandables. 2 of them go with one of this. And then I'm going to want to attach those to it. So I cut a 3-inch strip of tape, and then I cut it lengthwise in half. Now what I do is I take this strip and I like to do 3/8 of an inch instead of a quarter, so it's attached nice and secure. And then I like to flip it over, and then there you go. And this step is optional, but now what I like to do is I like to take clear tape so there's no sticky in the expandable. And I like to cut a 3-inch strip, cut it in half, and clear tape the back of my expandable. And right now I'm just smoothing it out with my ruler because I don't have a card nearby, but there we go. So that step was definitely optional, but it adds a little bit more durability to your note card holder. And then what you want to do is the exact same thing to the other side of your expandable part. So flip it over. And if it goes off and you don't like it, you can just peel it up, stick it back down, and clear tape the back of it again if you choose to do so. This also ensures that your note cards don't get stuck as it gets full. There we go. So now that we have that, we're just going to attach the next piece to this expansion. And I'm just going to do the same exact thing. Cut a 3-inch strip. Attach the expansions to it. And in order to get the sticky out of the side that isn't, it's gonna be a little tricky. So you're gonna take your strip, cover this one side right here. That is the easy one. You don't have to do the same thing with the other one. Pressing it out with my nail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this clear tape and put it on this side in this expansion, making sure there's about half on. And then scrap pieces. You're going to want to fold it back and hold it with your fingers if you want. And just stick it on, just like that, and then stick it over. So now you have that. So now attach the rest of them just exactly like that.